right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And we want to give a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, we out here another week to teach you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. All right, and that you need to repent before the Lord brings the destruction. Okay, and also we out here to prophesy the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. All right, this wicked kingdom in the Holy Scriptures, because as it is written in Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and of great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, so we also out here to blow the trumpet, which, matter of fact, we'll start off with Amos, the 3rd chapter, Amos 3 and 6. We out here to blow the trumpet and to warn the people. Get that in Ezekiel too. I think it's 3 and 17. So we out here to warn the people. We out here to blow the trumpet. All right, whichever one y'all got first. Ezekiel.
This is Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Right, the Most High put the Spirit on us to understand these scriptures, to learn these scriptures, and ultimately to become watchmen unto the house of Israel. You know, because, hey, really through the Spirit, we didn't think we would be doing this, you know, but the Most High directed our paths.
That's right.
You know, he put the Spirit on us to do this, to understand the scriptures, to be able to break down the scriptures, to come out here and become teachers and teach. So he made us watchmen into the house of Israel.
And the scriptures say, let every man be, what, fully persuaded in his own mind. And
that's right.
If you're out here teaching week in and week out, you know, diligently, you're putting up videos throughout the week, that means you're fully persuaded. This is back in Ezekiel 3 and 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Right, the wicked is talking about Israel. Okay? Because we out here telling you, look, if you don't repent, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, man.
And that also gets into teaching the whole gospel, man.
Yep.
You know, like one of the things that we're noted for at GMS is what, bringing out the MOTB. Okay, and a lot of these other camps, they're not warning their people about the MOTB. It's blood on their hands. You got some camps that are telling you to take the what was it, Satan's syringe. You know,
read that part again. When I start saying to the wicked,
when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Right, so notice it said to save his life. Okay, because this word can save your life if you take heed. You know, if you hear the trumpet being blown and you take heed, then you can save your life. But if you hear the trumpet being blown and you don't take heed, you just brush it off, then the Most High is going to put you to death. Because there's the elect, and then there's the non-elect. There's the 2/3. You know? That was it.
Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, which would be what, all the Israelites that know about what's going down, you know, but they're not changing their ways. Okay? They want to do them. Everybody wants to fucking do them now.
Yep.
Nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
Right, and that's what we're doing. Ultimately, we're out here to deliver our souls. So we're doing the work, you know, consistently. All right, and that's what it's about. It's about doing the work consistently and being on fire for Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai.
I appreciate it.
You know, you have to be consistent in this work. That's what's going to get us delivered, man. Being consistent and enduring unto the end. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved.
That's right. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. let us hear the whole conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Right, fear the Most High and keep his commandments, because ultimately what? That leads to everlasting life. The law, statutes, and commandments were written to the Israelites, given to the Israelites. That was to separate you from the other nations. Our law, statutes, and commandments is what separates us from the other nations. It puts us on high. So as an Israelite man, when you do these things, all right now we know we're in the flesh. We're doing it to the best of our ability. All right. That's the whole duty of man. All right. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of your ability right now. And eventually when prophecy is fulfilled, when you read Hebrews, the 8th chapter, it tells you that they're going to be written in our inward parts. And we're not going to have to teach every man his neighbor anymore.
That's right.
So that's really what it's about. And these other nations, the laws weren't given to them. That's why it says in Deuteronomy 7 and 6, thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So we're better than the other nations. Go ahead.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them.
Yep.
For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Yeah, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. And them that hear thee. See, we out here blowing the trumpet. It's going to be certain people, certain Israelites, shall I say, that's going to take heed to this. And they going to save their souls because they heard the prophets. And we're coming into that time where you're going to continue to see the mass awakening.
That's right.
You know, the mass awakening, these 11th and 12th hour Israelites waking up to the fact of who they are. And you celebrities, y'all better quit fucking pretending, man. Y'all better quit pretending. Because you either all the way in this thing or you can't, just because you post an Instagram post and say a hashtag Hebrew Israelite, that don't mean shit, man. A lot of you celebrities, you know who you are, but you don't want to lose your money. You don't want to lose your status. You know, you don't want to lose your goodies. This thing is not about having a lot of substance. You know, the scriptures say, woe unto you that are rich. The Most High, it says the Most High, it says, blesses the poor, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
And the scriptures say, give me not poverty nor riches. Man. It's kind of in between.
There's no gray area with the Most High. The scriptures say in the book of Matthew, the 5th chapter, the 37th verse, let your nay be nay and your yea be nay.
Yea be yea and nay be nay.
This is Matthew 5 verse 37. But let your communication be yeah, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
Yep. So you have to be, like the brother said, there's no gray areas, you know? And like I was saying, you celebrities, a lot of you guys are posting Instagram captions saying Hebrew Israelite and this and that. But then you're continuing to be wicked in your daily lives. You're continuing to live that worldly lifestyle. So the Most High he's still gonna slaughter you because you're being lukewarm. You know? And by the way, you celebrities are not the real voice for the Israelites. The prophets are, man. The Most High put the spirit on the prophets to have this word go worldwide, man. Which shows you that he don't need no nigga with status.
That's right.
to promote his word.
You're just the mouthpiece of the average fucking peon retards out here, man.
The Most High raised up a bunch of dudes who the world walks past every day to proclaim his word worldwide, man. This ain't just no local fucking get together. This is worldwide, man. Give me Psalms 19 and 5 real quick.
If you think about it, man, a lot of these celebrities, man, they were set up by the elites with a purpose.
Yeah.
Okay? And that purpose was to make you a mouthpiece unto the heathen, man.
And an agenda. To fulfill an agenda.
Keep you under control.
This ain't no local barbecue where you just see guys reading the Bible, man. This is a worldwide event that's taking place. This is prophecy. You got that? Psalm 19 and 5. Or no, start at 1 and read down.
Yeah. Psalm 19 and 1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day utter a speech, and night unto night show it knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Go ahead.
This is known as one of the internet scriptures.
Yep.
Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun.
Read that part again.
Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world.
Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the ends of the world. And that was by the way of the internet.
Yep.
You know, because how can this word reach from here to Europe if you didn't pack up and take a trip and go sit down and talk to somebody?
And when you look up that word line, I believe it means cord. You know, which is what? The internet.
Yep.
You know?
That unicorn, that feed horn. Because there could be brothers in, you know, Europe or Australia. I watch the brothers in Hawaii all the time when they go live through the internet, through the unicorn.
Got Israelites in Africa on the highways and the byways.
Yep. So, go ahead.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 25. Because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
And that's going into the who the Most High used. You know,
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, the celebrities and the people of this world with status. The Most High didn't use them to teach this word. He used lowly men. You know how many times people told us to get a job? Hey, we look like we ain't got jobs up here, man. That's who the Most High used. These niggas like, I need to go get a job. Like we ain't punching the fucking clock every day, man. You know? Go ahead.
But Yahweh have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
The foolish things of the world to confound the wise. Hey, you gotta think about what we're doing. We're exposing the elites of this society, man, through the Spirit of the Lord. And we're allowed to do that. Ain't nobody what they gonna do to us? We gotta cover him. But these celebrities, they try to do that shit. Oh, let me get your show. Oh, I'm gonna demonize you. They make them little niggas get back in line. Go sit in the corner when you're ready to apologize. Nah, I give it back to you.
Yeah, we're telling the accuser of our brethren what's up, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're going in the gates of the nobles.
They can't do that to us because we have a covering. And we were actually set up to do this. Go ahead.
And Yahweh have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
That's right. And that's, hey, the scriptures say that we're pulling down strongholds. You know, that's what we're doing. Ever since this word came out, this society is taking a terrible fall, man. Go ahead.
You got more than that. That's the same as that scripture I have.
And base things of the world.
Base things of the world. We would be considered base men to the average people with status. Go ahead.
And things which are despised.
Things which are despised.
That's why they be saying, yo, go get a job and all that stuff.
They be looked down upon.
Yeah, because they look down upon
But
us.
the elites look at us like we're overeaters, man.
Yeah, they look at us like bottom feeders.
And some of the people that say that, shit, we probably doing better than them.
Yeah. If we want to get on the carnal level,
If we
right?
want to get on the carnal level, we doing better than them. We got jobs. We take care of what we got to take care of.
Hey, we're law-abiding citizens.
Yeah. We law-abiding citizens.
May not be model citizens.
Hey, when we leave the restaurant, we tip.
Yeah.
Right. Give effort to take care of our health, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, we got more herbs. We got more herbs in the cabinet than you, man.
Right.
You got some Advil, Tylenol, and shit. You got all the bullshit, man. Hey, we know what we doing over here through the Spirit.
Right.
You cough. You in the emergency room 5 minutes later. I need a COVID test. You know, you people ain't got no wisdom, man. Y'all ain't got. You got no juice. Go ahead.
And things which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. But of him are ye in Yahweh Shai, who of Yahweh is made made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption.
Right, and what we're doing is a great work. What we're actually doing is fulfilling prophecy, because the Lord said that in the latter times, He will raise up the children of Israel, and they will remember themselves in the land of their captivity. That's
right.
exactly what you're witnessing. That's why when I think about how the Most High woke us up, I'm like, yo, we're really playing out what these scriptures said what happened. Look at all these camps around the world, man. They're remembering themselves in the land of their captivities, and that's what the scriptures say they would do. That's why these churches, they off. They're not teaching you nothing about, oh, you're an Israelite. Oh, America is Babylon the Great, the mark of the beast. I was telling the brothers on the way to camp that I had these Christians come up to me. They trying to get people to come to their church. Why? Because ain't nobody going to church, man. Right. That shit is finished. The Christianity is finished, man.
Hey, and that's all through pulling down strongholds. You know,
Yep.
The Spirit brought us. You know, the Lord put the Spirit on us to pull down those strongholds. That's why a lot of these churches is empty.
Yeah. Niggas ain't listening to Christianity, man. If you just call on Jesus, you good. Everything, you know, you can eat what you want, you can do what you want, you can behave how you want, you can commit adultery, you can eat, you can just do whatever. You know?
Gotta use that word, Jesus.
Just be here on Sunday though. You know?
And
Come on, man.
And the more that you stress that J in the word Jesus, the more sins are forgiven, man. That's how they act.
You know, the Most High is raising up the children of Israel in these latter times, man.
That's right.
That's the bottom line. All right, prophecy is being fulfilled, and ain't nobody flocking to these churches because your pastors and your preachers and your deacons and whoever else, they lying to you, man. Straight up lying to you. Ain't telling you nothing. You ain't learning nothing. You know?
The pandemic really exposed that, man.
Yep.
You know, that was a death of these churches.
And then Jake that used to go to church when they was younger, it was a reason why we used to fall asleep.
Real.
Man, that shit was whack. You know? You eating peppermints next to your grandma.
Shit, you caught some of the best naps in churches.
He tapping you and shit. Get up. I ain't trying to be here, man. The churches are through, man.
They used to pass the collection plate like 3 times in 1 hour.
Yep. Get Isaiah 47.
Still do.
And really in the hood, man, there's a church on every corner, man. You go in these ghettos, there's a church on every corner. You know? There's churches everywhere because it's designed to keep you asleep.
Yep.
You know, you start learning the truth, then now it's time to demonize you. Yeah, Isaiah 47. Yeah. Come to the best. Yeah, bro, get that.
This is Isaiah chapter 47. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, the virgin daughter of Babylon is the United States. Go ahead. Come sit in the dust.
That's right.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, and the scriptures say in Revelation, the nations have drunk enough her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Because once upon a time, this place was known as the great USA, you know, tender and delicate, the hammer of the earth. You know, this place was like this great place, man. You know, where you can't do no harm. But now people are waking up to the fact that this is really the cesspool of the earth, man. All these unrighteous decrees, all this wickedness happening. America, this is a terrible place to live, man.
Hey, I was on YouTube the other day, and there was videos of people walking downtown in some of the worst cities in America. You have people commenting from all over the world. This shit looks worse than third world countries. Some of the people are saying. This place is some people will say this is the best place you can live. No, it's not. This is the most wicked place on the planet, and if you're a righteous man, you can see that.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Hey, this place is a corporation. You know, they promote it and as if the streets are paved with gold. But when a lot of people come here, you know, they find out that this place is just
it's a big business.
Yeah, it's a big business. Yep.
Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
Right, then thy nakedness shall be covered, thy shame shall be seen, meaning what? That she's going to be exposed. The virgin daughter of Babylon is going to be exposed, and that's what this place is being exposed for, what it is. You know, all types of unrighteous decrees, you know, wickedness running rampant, as I just mentioned, you know, wicked mandates, etc. You know, the average American person, they feel like they don't have their freedoms anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they fighting for. They fighting for their so-called freedoms, which you never really have freedom.
Yeah. All that
Right?
leftist and all that shit
You're
is
just giving privileges.
Yeah, you just giving privileges. Now you got Edomites uproaring because they feel like they being forced to do shit they don't want to do, and you taking their precious beloved Babylon away from them. That's how they feel. Go ahead.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
That's talking about Yahweh Shai because he's coming back as a force. Go ahead.
As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
Yeah, the Holy One of Israel. Yahweh is going to give Yahweh Shai the go to come back with his innumerable amount of angels to gather his elect from the four winds, but also to destroy. Go ahead.
Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms.
Right. Thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. And it tells us in Jeremiah, how is the hammer of the earth cut asunder? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Because this place is going to be destroyed in the Third World War via thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead.
I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Right, and the history of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the history of your background in America is slavery. You know, you've been mistreated, raped, robbed, murdered. You can't get ahead. The white man always got his foot on your neck. You always got to go to work. You know, it's hard, but that's because we're in the land of our captivity. It's supposed to be hard.
Man, if you look at a lot of the so-called artwork or even advertisements for slaves, what were they doing? They had the yoke of iron around their neck, and they had their faces covered, man.
Yep.
Right? And you look at today, who's the one that's wearing all the masks out there in public?
Yep.
It's our people, especially our women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're willingly
Submitting.
and just like when that MOTB comes out, they're gonna be lining right up, man. Just like they were for the syringe.
Yep.
The needle.
That's right. That's a good point because people are, you know, their spirit is to willingly submit, so they can have benefits with the image of the beast, so they can be a part of this. You know, they want to feel like they're a part of something. A nigga will go get the syringe so he can go to a football game, like he don't got a TV or something,
Right.
you know. But I want to be there to experience, so I'm gonna get it. I've heard a dude tell me that he got it so he can go to a comedy show.
Yeah.
And it's
Joke's on him.
yeah, the joke's on you. And I know this dude closely. The comedy show coming up, so I got to make sure I go. I'm like, bro, like, but you know, we think differently from Jake in the world, so it's almost like I expect you to think that way because you're simple.
Yeah. Hey,
You
can
know?
I read the judgment of the, whoever worships the beast? But I wait.
Yeah. You got more here?
Limitations.
All right, do whatever you got. Bring it out.
It's Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Right, so the Most High through in the book of Lamentations, all right, is telling Edom to rejoice and be glad because you're getting ready to go down. So live it up. Go ahead.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
And what's that cup? That cup is the scriptures say those whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And that was us. We drunk that cup. The cup of torment, you know, the cup of being on the bottom, slavery, rape, rob, and murder. We drunk that.
We buried
Go
it.
ahead. Yeah, we bear that. So the Lord said, the cup shall pass unto thee, O daughter of Edom. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked.
Yep.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Yeah, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. See, we're at the end of our captivity. We can see it. We can smell it. We can taste it. We know that we're at the end of Esau's kingdom.
That's right.
The punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. Whatever the Lord is bringing upon us now, we just taking it cheerfully.
Yeah.
Because we know this place is through, man. Esau knows this place is through. He's holding on by the threads, so to speak. Go ahead.
I'm going to go back. And shall make thyself naked. And back in Isaiah, it say, thy nakedness shall be seen.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen. And it also says, I will make Esau bare, I will uncover his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. So we're like I said earlier, we're doing a great work. Go ahead.
The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity. So Esau will have no more rulership after this captivity is done. He'll never go back into power. It says he will no more carry thee away into captivity. So we don't have to worry about being under the Edomites anymore. We ain't gonna have to be under no nation anymore.
That's right.
Because the Yahweh Shai's kingdom is gonna rule forever and ever and ever.
Oh, Yahweh.
An everlasting kingdom.
That's right.
So if you ain't trying to fight for that, then why are you even breathing?
And a lot of Jay can't even fathom the part about having servants.
Right.
You don't even got to use the term
Yeah.
slaves, just the term servant, a little more PC. They can't handle that. The thought of that,
Yeah.
man.
And we've dealt with Israelites like that. Why you wanna have slaves? Nigga, why don't you? Ain't you a slave right now?
Right.
If you don't go punch that clock, ain't your lights gonna go off? You know?
Like, wouldn't you want to be at home with your children? Wouldn't you want to be able to enjoy your wife, man? You haven't worked enough.
Right.
You know, you spend 8 hours of your day.
Some brothers
working.
More.
Yeah.
Some brothers 12.
Man.
And then you got people that's doing double. Some people do 16s. You know, we're 100% slaves in this society. We're slaves right now.
And if you don't pay taxes on your house, they'll take your fucking house, man.
Right. After
You don't even own your house.
After you so-called own it, Esau makes you pay taxes. He got to get something. You know.
And if you sell it and somebody buys it, you gotta pay taxes. Like, you know.
And going back to this brother saying how we go reign forever and ever, in the Apocrypha, it compares 1,000 years to one drop of water into the ocean. So think about that. What's one drop of water into the ocean? That's what 1,000 years is.
And
compared to eternity.
And it says 1,000 years with the Lord. A day with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is a day. So in the kingdom of heaven, time is going to really, really, really slow down. Right now, everything is going fast because the scriptures say the Lord is going to speed up the days for the elect's sake. Oh, it says for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
That's right.
So now it seems like this shit just float like we about to be in 2022.
That fast.
You know? In the kingdom of heaven, the days ain't going to go by like this. It's going to be long. Them long days, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
O daughter of Edom, you will discover thy sins. And that's it. And I got something in Jeremiah. This Jeremiah.
After that, read the chip and then read the judgment. Don't just go straight to the judgment. You're going to read both. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 17. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand and made all the nations to drink unto whom the Lord has sent me, to wit Jerusalem and the cities of Judah and the kings thereof and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation, and astonishment, and hissing, and a curse, as it is this day.
Just going into the slavery of the other nations.
That cup.
Because that's what we is right now. We in desolation and the curse, as it is this day. So they gonna be that desolation and curse. Yeah, keep going. And it's gonna go into all the nations. That's gonna drink of that cup.
Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and his servants, and his princes, and all his people, and all the mingled people, and all the kings of the land of Uz.
And there's modern day pharaohs, because this place is spiritually Egypt, right? Biden would be considered like a modern day Caesar or a modern day pharaoh. Go ahead.
And all the kings of the land of the Philistines, and Ascalon.
That's those Hamites, the Philistines, which at one point were our #1 enemies during the time of King David. Which King David was killing them damn Hamites, man. Slaughtering them. Go ahead.
By the tens of thousands.
Yep.
And Uzzah, and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashdod, Edom, and Moab, and the children of Ammon.
Yeah, Edom and Moab and the children of Ammon. The so-called white man, the so-called Japanese,
Chinese.
and the so-called Chinese. You know?
And all
Salaki, those nations are mentioned in Psalms 83 too.
Hey, that's the spirit. I had it too. Go ahead.
Yep. Nah, you can read it after.
and all the kings of Tyrus, and all the kings of Zidon,
Hamites again.
Yep, the Hamites.
and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, Dedan, and Tamar, and Buz,
Or Edomites.
Yeah, Dedan, right? That's
Yeah,
Dedan. Yep.
And
Teman.
Teman is the so-called Germans.
Mhm.
and Buz, and all that are in the utmost corners,
Yeah, these are all the nations that's gonna drink of that cup. So that's them, all them going into slavery. Keep going.
and all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people
Ishmael.
that dwell in the desert.
And
That's
this,
Syria, Afghanistan, Iran.
yep. And this proves that all nations have biblical nationalities.
That's right.
We had assigned the table of the 18 nations. They all have biblical nationality. We got the Yahushua beard. Go ahead.
And all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth, and the king of Shishak shall drink after them. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall, and rise no more.
Yep, all the kingdoms of the earth are gonna be torn down.
And just like you said, they was going into slavery forever. That's why I say rise no more. They never gonna rise again. They never gonna come into power again. They never gonna be over Israel again. Go ahead.
Because of the sword which I will send among you. And this shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at thine hand to drink, then shalt thou say unto them, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, ye shall certainly drink.
So they're not gonna be able to say, hey, no, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't want to go into slavery. You know what I'm saying? They go, you gonna certainly drink. You certainly gonna go into slavery.
They're going to be talking about their constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you go drink this cup.
Yeah, that's the cup.
For lo, I began to bring evil on the city, which is called by my name. And should ye be utterly unpunished?
Yeah, the Lord did it to us. You don't think he's gonna do it to you?
Right.
Go ahead.
Ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth.
And that's what sealed the deal right there. The Lord put it into words. He put it into words. So it's going to happen. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, the Lord shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For the Lord hath the controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord.
Now from there, go to Jeremiah 30 and 16 real quick. And then go to Psalms 83 it is.
Yeah, it's 83.
Psalms 83.
Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured,
Right, all they devoured us shall be devoured. Go ahead.
and all thine adversaries,
Adversary means enemy. Go ahead.
every one of them,
Every one of them
shall go into captivity.
shall go into captivity, and that's a part of that cup. To be as being a slave, and it's spiritual, because I was watching. If you brothers got HBO Max, you can get all the Planet of the Apes, starting with the one in 1968 or 1969, all the way up to the new ones. And to me, the new ones, I don't even really care for those ones, because they changed the whole fucking storyline from them being slaves to some other shit. But the new ones still got spiritual points in them. But the old ones, they just straight up show you how Esau is in captivity. You know, and there's nothing he can do. He's like literally a slave, especially the first one with Charles Heston. They're literally slaves, man.
Chains and shackles.
You know, and the apes, which are really jakes, they calling them beasts. You know, they got them in the big cages with hay. They treating them like real slaves, and that's how it's gonna be for these devils, man. Go ahead.
And all that prey upon Salat, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil.
And they that spoiled us shall be a spoil. The Most High is a fair power.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, his people is going to get the victory. Go ahead.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
And all that prey upon us will he give for a prey. Go ahead.
The scriptures say in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, that he will give us what? Power over the nations.
Revelation 2:26.
Hey, and that's going.
2:25.
That's also going into the blessing. You know, where the scriptures say in Genesis, the 27th chapter, it says that that ye shall be lords over thy brethren. That's a part of the blessing.
It says in Psalms, the 2nd chapter, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Well, jump to from there. Go to Revelation 2:26. Let's get those scriptures.
That's our inheritance, man.
Yeah, keep reading.
For I will restore health.
One of y'all get Psalms 2 and 8. Read that part again.
For I will restore health unto thee.
Right. Hey, we need to be healed. You know, the Most High said he's going to restore health into us. We need to be healed, man. We in these chains of darkness, these weak bodies. You know, when the weather changes, you know, we might get sick or whatever. In the kingdom of heaven, none of these things are even going to be a thought, man. You know, they ain't going to have no sniffly noses, no weak bodies, no body pain, no none of that, man. We're going to be in new avatars in a new heavens and a new earth. That's what we're fighting for, man. Righteousness. All right? Go ahead.
And I will heal thee of thy wounds,
Of our
saith the
wounds,
Lord.
physically and spiritually. Go ahead.
Because they call thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion,
Right.
whom no man seeketh after.
And that's how these other nations look at us. These other nations that know that we're Israelites, they got the mind state of, look at these niggas. These are the children of Israel. Look at them. You know, in a decrepit state.
That's right.
Killing each other. You know, doing this and doing that. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tent, and have mercy on his dwelling places.
So the Lord is ultimately gonna have mercy upon us, because he can't. The Lord is a man that he should not lie, so he's not gonna go back on his word. You know, the deal was what? We go into captivity. You know, we serve our time, and in this last captivity, we will come out and be victorious.
Yeah, you can read that in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. You got the curses and you got the
Blessings and the curses. Yep. And right now we're getting ready to get the blessings. Even though we're still under the curses, we're about to get the blessings. Go ahead.
So we already started getting the blessings.
Yep. This truth is a blessing, a gift.
Yep, yep.
And the city shall be builded upon her own heap.
Right now, from there, go to Revelation. You got 2 and 26.
This is the
Start at 25.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 25. It reads. It won't be a second. But that which ye have already hold fast till I. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to whom will I give power over the nations.
Read it again.
On. Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
And that which we have is this word. Okay, we're supposed to hold on to this. You know, we're supposed to grasp it, hold it. You know, Yahweh Shai said, occupy till I come. So we have to maintain this. Go ahead.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end. Unto the end. Not until the almost end. Until the end. Okay? All the way through. You know how when we keep the Passover and you got the bitter herbs? You ain't trying to leave shit in that cup because you know I'm supposed to man up.
Cheerfully.
You know?
Yeah.
So all the way. Okay?
Yep, and that includes passing all the tests, man.
Yeah.
Hey, on the day.
MOTB, the syringe.
Yep.
On the Day of Atonement, we don't say, all right, we did 22 hours.
Right.
All right, so we good. Nah.
Yeah, you go all the way
The
through.
full 24, if not more.
Hey, the scriptures describe this thing of ours as a race. You know, you gotta finish the race.
Yeah, you gotta finish. And when you get to the finish line, you really supposed to go harder because you could see it. You know, you could actually see that you about to be finished, so you go harder.
Hey,
You
don't be no Leon Lett.
Right.
I don't know if y'all, a lot of y'all might be too young for that, but don't get the ball knocked out at the 1 yard line. You know, you gotta actually step into the end zone.
Yep. Or you get them dumbass niggas that be running, and they drop the ball.
Or they celebrate too
Yeah.
early.
Then you go to the replay. This nigga done dropped the ball right before he got in there. You can't do that. Go ahead.
Verse 26.
Jake, though.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to whom will I give power over the nations.
To him will I give power over the nations. To those men, because it's going to be more than, of course, one person. To those men will Yahweh Shai give power over the nations. And that's when you're really going to be blessed. When you have power over the nations. You know? That's, hey, and in that day, it's going to suck to be another fucking nation. See, right now, these other nations have their little blessings. You know, they could do certain things. The other nations could come to America and get a loan and not have to pay taxes for about 7 years. That's how them Ishmaelites and them Elamites and the Moabites, they come over here, they could just set up shop. Meanwhile, your black ass, you done built this motherfucker, and you go to the bank and try to get a loan, and they gonna tell you to get the fuck out. But the other nations, they could get loans, they can do this, they can do that.
They tell you to build your credit.
That's because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has us under the curses.
Hey,
You know?
That reminds me of the parable of Lazarus.
Yep.
I got more. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Woo.
And let me read that over. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken.
And he shall rule them with the rod of iron. So we're gonna rule with a real king's mentality. You know, and that's when the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High will be implemented in the earth. They will be established on the earth, pursuant to Hebrews the 8th chapter, when they're written in the inward parts of his elect. Oh, you got Psalms, or you got one more verse?
I got Psalms. Let me finish this real quick.
All right, go ahead.
They be broken and shiver, even as a reserve,
Even as I have received of my Father.
even as I have received of my Father. Okay.
Now give me Psalms if you got it.
Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance.
Yeah, the heathen, the other nations. Ultimately, we're gonna inherit them. We're gonna own them. You know, hey, remember during the time of slavery when Esau would give you that what was it, a oil?
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, oil, and that means you belong to that master. You was his property. And if you ran away and another slave master saw you, he'd move your ear back or wherever you got the shit and say, "Oh, you belong to Mr. Johnson, whoever the hell."
Just eat them.
And then he would send you back to where you belong to.
And they'll probably chop off your leg or some shit.
Yeah, and
that's what
then
they would do.
that's right. And then when you got back, now it's time to get your punishment. So Esau would take a limb, a foot, an ankle, a leg, a toe, most likely a bottom part, so your black ass couldn't run no more. You know, man. Go ahead, bro.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. Just like the scriptures say that Deuteronomy, Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. Yep. The heathen are pretty much a lot of our inheritance.
Yep.
Goes down the line. And the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Yeah, because the world is going to be under Israelite control. And not only this world, but Yahweh Shai said in my Father's house is many mansions.
There are many mansions.
So remember, we work for the King of the universe. All right? Yahweh Shai said, or the Most High said, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. So if the earth is his footstool, you better know that the other planets out there, hey, he runs those too. All right? So if we work for the King of the universe and we're going to be joint heirs with his son, Yahweh Shai, you think we just going to be on earth? We going to have other places to go too. You know? And that's and Esau, when you go to his school system, he teaches you about the solar system. And this nigga be like, it's 8 planets. However many he fucking taught us, right?
Like 9 or something.
Pluto, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn. That's all that's out there.
And it's all named after Roman gods, man.
Yeah.
Those are all Roman gods.
Them just the closest ones.
Right. Hey, the Most High made that says his bounds that he cannot pass. He can't even go past the Van Allen belt. Okay? So how will he know what's really, 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 really out there? He don't know. He can't search the outer space because the Most High made a deal that if you could go into the outer space and search the sea all the way down to the depths of the sea, that he would do away with the children of Israel. And as far as I'm concerned, we still on the earth. So Esau ain't searched out shit. He ain't searched out nothing. You know, now he is wise. He is wise.
Learning something new every day.
You know? But at the same time, he's a wise base nigga, man.
Hey, there was a undersea volcano that erupted near Japan
Recently, right?
Yeah, and they didn't even know that there was a fucking volcano under there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you don't know.
Yep, and the wisdom that he does have, he got it from the Heavenly Father because the Lord set him up.
That's right.
The scriptures say the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. And get that in Daniel, what is that? Daniel 4, I think. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and set it up whosoever he will.
And recently, I just seen it kind of recently, a couple weeks back, and brother's been talking about it. It's a volcano snail that could actually put iron in its shell. That produces iron.
Yeah, I see that. That shit look cool, man. That shit look real cool.
That's a crazy ass creature right there. So imagine the creatures down there that's by the them hot ass areas down on the bottom of the ocean and sea. Leviathan, he probably got iron scales.
I got it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we haven't saw, man, that the Most High has created.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Right, that the living may know that the Most High Yahweh ruleth in the kingdom of men. Go ahead.
And giveth it to whosoever he will.
Right, and who did the Most High choose to give this kingdom to? The nation of Edom. He established the nation of Edom to rule, as it is written, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Go ahead.
And setteth up over it the base of men.
And setteth up over it the bases of men, which we all know that Esau is a base man. Okay? He's a base man.
In Job 30 that they're children of base men.
Yep, children of fools. Somebody get that. Get that too. Children of fools. You got something?
No, it's
all right. Yeah, children of fools, children of base men. You know? And when the kingdom of heaven is established, he's going to go right back to that base state where he belongs. But right now, the Most High has him ruling for a little season. And that's prophecy in itself. Go ahead.
Job 30 and... I'll start at 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in a former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. And you know, when we talk about these devils, man, they just seem like they would be into that shit. You know, you got all these Edomites that live like that. What is it? That grunge lifestyle, that gothic lifestyle. It looks like they don't shower and they're hairy and that. They look like they would be down for that kind of shit.
There's been celebrity Edomites that's come out lately and say that they don't bathe on a daily basis. You know, and you could look that up yourselves. I forgot the names of them, but these are like top Hollywood stars that say they don't believe in bathing daily because they're disgusting. You Edomites are disgusting, man.
Hey,
you know? Hey, even you were saying the other day that we was just talking. We was like, yo, these devils is fucking weird, man.
Weird.
Niggas is weird, man.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I worked with this one Edomite. He got
look at his spirit. Look. That's his spirit, man. Look. Motherfuckers is weird as hell, man.
Dude's hair's all greasy all the time. Looks like he don't wash his hair, man.
Look at the Lord. Look at these niggas, man.
Smelling like old ass furniture, man.
Yo, you seen that lady's face?
Yeah,
This motherfuckers like the Lord just said, poof.
Smell like old fucking furniture.
The Lord has a sense of humor, man.
This thing.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Con.
Yeah, his soul is not upright in him, man. You know, the Most High, it's like these devils, you know how they like their meat, they like it undone, you know? And Esau got the spirit of just he don't got no flavor, he can't dance, he can't fight, he can't fuck, he ain't got it, man. It's like the Most High didn't finish him. Yeah. You know, like where the rest of you at, nigga?
Something
you know? Even though the Most High, you know, the Most High is perfect, he made him who he is, but they just got a weird vibration, man. And sometimes when you get in the room with too many of them niggas, you feel uncomfortable.
You look at even these heathen nations, man. You know, they all got their own like cultures and customs and style of music and shit. But Esau, what the hell?
Yo, if I walked in a room full of Ishmaelites, I wouldn't even probably feel that weird. I'd probably be like, these niggas smell a little funny. But Ishmael don't make you like feel like Esau just got that like there's too many of y'all niggas. Yeah, like, you know? And that's that enmity, that's that Jacob and Esau feeling, man. You know, even Moab, like know what I'm saying? I could be around some Moabites if I walked into a store or something. Because Moab just look at you. They don't say shit. They just look at you. But Esau just give off that filthy, that demonic.
Yeah, you feel that energy?
Oh, man.
And that goes back to that
That's our number one enemy, man.
us not being able to coexist.
That's our number one enemy. That's going back to the womb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we was fighting. It was so strenuous on Rebecca's womb that she had to go inquire to the Lord. She had to go pray. She said, you know, she asked the Lord, why am I having this? And then the angel, she asked the angel, and the angel broke it down to her.
over in pain. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck going on?
Matter of fact, let's read that real quick. We'll close with that. Genesis 25. 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Those were enemies, and they were brothers. One was righteous, one was wicked. You know, one was created for honor, one was created for dishonor. One was created to get the kingdom.
Story of Jacob and
The
Esau.
other one was created to be a slave. Got it. 25 and what?
I got it right.
Got it.
You want to read it?
20, what is it? 25, 21? All right, read that.
25,
Yeah, Genesis.
25 and 22. And the children struggled together.
Now you got to read up.
Start at 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived, and the children struggled together within her.
Yeah, the children, they were struggling together. There was a war in there. It was a war in that womb, man. Go ahead.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Go ahead.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
Right, she went to pray. She went to pray. She wanted to know, why was this inside her womb, why was this so painful? You know, and we not women, so we can't tell how it was, but we know that shit was like, yo, like, there's some rumbling going on. You know?
What the fuck going on?
Hey, and you know, we've all seen a baby inside of a woman's stomach. Sometimes you can see it, like a little kicking or whatever. Well, back then, shit, her shit could have been like,
Yeah, women have pain with just one baby.
Yeah.
Imagine 2.
There was 2 of them in there.
there's 2 of them. Yeah, they was going at it. And not to mention, this was the will of the Lord, so the Lord could have really had them like in there, like babies, wrapping them up, you know, getting down. Go ahead. Umbilical cords,
Right.
twisted.
Getting tangled.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb,
2 nations. Go ahead.
and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 different manner of people. Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Look at history. Go ahead.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And Esau was the firstborn son. And in our tradition, the older son would normally receive the blessing, right? That's our tradition. But the Most High didn't have it that way concerning Jacob and Esau. You know, even with the 12 sons, I believe if y'all brothers know, I believe Reuben was the oldest, if I'm not mistaken. But Judah is the head tribe. You know, so the Most High works like that in certain situations. Go ahead.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled.
Somebody look that up real quick. Who's the eldest?
It was Reuben.
Yeah, because you know what, you know, hey, we got,
got the,
was the firstborn.
what's the name? The head. Or what's the name got like the blessing?
yeah,
Joseph.
yeah, and we got to fact check everything. We got to be 100%. Go ahead.
Behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Esau, Edom. Hey, this started off as one man, and he became a nation. Go ahead.
And that,
Well, hey, them being red, you look at the majority Edomites. I'm not going to say all of them, but a majority of them, they go out in the sun for 15 minutes
And get cooked.
and they look like this brother's garment right here, man.
The son has a problem with Esau.
Yeah.
and after that came his brother out, And his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
That was very important. You know, because it tells you in the Apocrypha, it explains that. You know, that Jacob was going to take him down eventually. You know?
I got you by the heel.
Yep.
And his name was called Jacob.
And his name was called Jacob, which means to supplant. Okay? It doesn't mean trickster. I've heard a Christian, I said, what is Jacob? It means trickster. No, it don't. It means to supplant. Okay? And this was all in the plans of the Most High. This wasn't something that Jacob just, you know, even when the scripture where his mother dressed him up as Esau, not dressed him up, but she made it to where Isaac would think that was Esau. That was the Lord doing that. Okay? It wasn't something that they just came up with and said, no, that was the spirit of the Most High to set everything up. Go ahead.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Right.
He was 60 years old
Yep.
when his sons was born, and he was 40 years old when him and Rebecca first got together.
Yep. And that's just a little backdrop on Jacob and Esau, which proves that from the womb they were struggling, they were going at it, you know. And that perpetual hatred is unto this day, man. That perpetual hatred is unto this very day. To this day. Hey, so with that, we're gonna close up. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And we want to give a special peace and blessings, salutations to the elect. Lord willing, we'll see you brothers next week. Shalom.